The word association game is a type of quiz video that is currently going viral across many channels, and there's no better time than now to jump on this trend. It performs so well that one channel, which started creating this type of content just 3 months ago, has already reached 14,000 subscribers. If you check his oldest videos, you'll see that he was posting all kinds of quiz videos to test what would click. As soon as he uploaded a word association game, it went viral and received significantly more views than his other videos. He then doubled down on what worked, and if you check his popular videos, you'll see that most of them are word association games with hundreds of thousands of views. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create this type of video using Canva and ChatGPT. Open ChatGPT and give it this prompt. I asked it to create a word association game with 3 possible answers in a table. I also provided examples of what I was looking for and how I wanted the table to be structured. I'll include this prompt in the description below so you can follow along. You can also increase the number beyond 20 if you want to create a longer video. Next, go to Canva to create your video. If you're using the latest version of Canva, go to your profile and click on Settings. Scroll down until you find a new toggle for video editing. This is Canva's new video editor, which is still in beta and has a few issues, so I prefer to turn it off. Click on the plus icon to create a new design. Go to the Videos tab and choose a landscape option. Next, go to the Elements tab and search for Spiral Background. Click on the Video section and you'll find different spiral backgrounds to use, so drag one of them to the canvas. Right-click on the video and make sure to set it as the video background. The video is 30 seconds, but we need to reduce it to 15 seconds, which is the duration of each scene. Next, add a rectangle by pressing the letter R on your keyboard. Change the color to yellow at the top, then increase the width to around 1,400 pixels. Also reduce the height to around 250. Next, add a stroke of 10 pixels and change the color of the stroke to yellow. Increase the corner rounding to 50, and click on the canvas to deselect the rectangle. Add a text with the letter T on your keyboard. Change the color to white, and click on the font to search for a font family called Poppins. Click on the arrow to open the drop-down and choose Extra Bold. Increase the font from the default size to 64. Then type in a header like this to replace the text. Hold the Alt key and drag the text handle inward. Place it in the box, and you can reduce the line height a bit to fill the space. Then highlight both elements and drag them upward. Click on the black box to duplicate it, then move it to the center. Hold the Alt key and drag the width inward to reduce it to around 422 pixels. Hold the Alt key again and drag the height outward to make it 422 pixels as well, which will turn it into a square. Add another text with letter T and type in a letter like P in it. Press the Escape key to select the text box and search for Fredoka font. Click on the result to apply the font and increase the font size at the top to 290 pixels. Place the letter at the center of the box to make it align properly and increase the text box width. Next, add a circle with the letter C on your keyboard and scale it down to 135 pixels. Change the color to black and add a stroke weight of 6 pixels to it. Then change the stroke color to yellow. I'll move it to the left, then add a text with the letter T. Type in Figure 1. Then change the font to Poppins and choose Extra Bold. Change the font size to 56 and change the color to yellow. You can then move it to the upper left of the screen. The next step is to add a timer. So search for a loading bar in the Elements tab and choose the one you like. I will bring it to the front using the Layers tab. Then hold the Alt key and drag the height and width inward to crop in on the main loading bar. Click on the corner rounding and increase it to 100. Drag the loading bar to the bottom, and you can scale it down a bit. The next step is to set the timings, so I will increase the timeline view for better visibility. Drag the playhead to 9 seconds, then go to the scene to highlight all the elements except the number. Group them all by pressing Ctrl+G on your keyboard. Then trim the end to meet the line at 9 seconds. Move the playhead to 0.7 seconds from the start, then trim the grouped elements to meet the line. Right-click on the group and ungroup them. Now go to the empty space on the timeline and add a text box with the letter T on your keyboard. Change the font to Poppins Extra Bold and increase the size to 80. Type in possible answers to replace the text. Change the color to yellow, then go to the Effects window and add a shadow effect on it. Change the color to black increase the transparency to 100, and increase the blur to 40. Then place it to the top of the canvas. Shift the playhead to 9 seconds where the question will disappear, then trim the text from the left there. We need 3 more texts, so duplicate the yellow text, then type in a country that starts with the letter P, such as Pakistan. Change the color to white, and go to the font library and change it to Fredoka. Increase the font size to 120 pixels. Duplicate the text and type in another country that starts with P, like Panama. Duplicate it once again and type in another country like Portugal. Hold the Alt key and drag the text handle outward to increase it to over 1,500 pixels in width. Repeat the same for the other 2 texts so that all the options will fall right into place automatically. Now, if you look at the loading bar on the Elements tab, you will see that it is 11 seconds. We need to reduce it, so go to the speed toggle and increase it to 1.5. This will make the length reduce to 7.3 seconds. So trim the loading bar from left to make it 7.3 seconds. However, it is 5.5 seconds on the scissors icon, which means the bar won't show fully, so drag the handles to make sure it covers the whole length of the loading bar. The next step is the animation. Highlight all the elements here except the number and click on Animate. Set a succession animation on them, and leave it on both Enter and Exit. Drag the playhead to the answer space, click on the header, and set a fade animation on it with the Enter option selected. Hold the Shift key and click on the 3 answers, then apply a burst animation on them with the Enter option selected. The next step is to add sound effects. Search for Champagne Cork on the Elements tab, and switch to Audio. Shift the playhead to 0.7 second, and click on Champagne Cork 1. Drag the playhead to 1.7 seconds where the loading bar starts, then search for an egg timer sound. Click on Egg Timer Tick-Tock from the result. Trim the end handle to reduce it to 7.3 seconds, which is the duration of the timer. Click on the Fade button and make it fade in for 2 seconds. Then increase the volume to 300, because the timer sound we choose comes with a low volume. Search for Marimba Ascend, then shift the playhead to 9 seconds at the start of the answers, and choose Marimba Ascend 4. Next, we need to make these audio appear natively on the video, so highlight all of the elements with Ctrl+A and delete them. Then go to the Share button and download it as an MP4 video in a folder. Press Ctrl+Z on your keyboard to undo the deletion, then go to the Uploads tab and upload the downloaded video. Delete the sounds one after the other. Then click on the uploaded video to make it appear on the canvas. Right-click on it and set it as the video background, which makes the audio effects available natively. Now it's time to create the scenes of the video, so go back to ChatGPT and copy the table from the header to the last data. Go back to Canva and look for Bulk Create on the Apps section. Click on Enter Data Manually, clear the table to remove the default data, and paste your data on the first block. Click on Done, and you can move on to connect the data. Click on the number, connect data, and choose number. Click on the question, connect data, and choose question. Click on letter P, connect data, and choose letter. Go to the answer section on the timeline to connect the answers. Click on the first answer, connect data, and choose possible answer 1. Click on the second data, connect data, and choose possible answer 2. Repeat the same for the third one and choose possible answer 3. Click on Continue, and create the designs which will become the scenes of our video. You will see a pop-up after a few seconds with a button to view the design. The first thing you need to do is to add a transition, so go to the end of one of the scenes and set a transition. I will choose Color Wipe and change the direction and also swap the colors. Click on the button at the bottom to apply the transitions between all of the scenes. The next step is to create the voiceover, so go back to ChatGPT and give it this prompt. You don't need to tweak anything from the prompt. Rather, all you need is to copy the result from top to bottom. Then go to ElevenLabs for the voiceover creation. Paste the texts in the text-to-speech playground and choose a voice you want from the library. Click on Generate and listen to some part of the audio. Download the audio to a folder, then go back to Canva and upload the voiceover there. When it's done uploading, drag the playhead to the start of the scene and click on the audio. I will expand the timeline and scale it up for clearer visibility. Now, if you look at the sound wave of the voiceover, you will notice a pattern. There is a block of audio waves, followed by 3 chunks of audio waves. This is followed by another block of audio wave, followed by another 3 chunks of audio waves. And it continues like that. Noting this will make it easier to edit the audio without playing it, because the first block of sound wave is for the question, while the 3 chunks of sound wave are the answers. So drag the playhead to the start of the first scene after the question has appeared, and before the loading bar appears, then drag the start of the audio there. Right-click on the space between the question wave and answer wave and split the audio. Shift the playhead to the answer section after the answers have appeared, then drag the remaining audio there. Make sure it is the sound wave that meets the line before releasing your mouse. Then you can right-click on the space after the answer audio and split the audio. For the second scene, drag the playhead to the space before the loading bar appears and drag the audio there. Go to the space after the question sound wave and right-click to split the audio. Once again, go to the answer section after the answers had appeared, then shift the remaining audio there. Right-click on the space after the answer sound wave and split the audio. Now you simply need to move the audio to the third scene and repeat the step for it and for other scenes. Next, search for Fireball Pass from the Audio tab. Drag the playhead to the end of the first scene and click on Fireball Pass by Whoosh 3. Reduce the volume at the top as it usually comes with a loud sound. Then right-click on the audio and copy it. Move the playhead to the end of the second scene and paste the audio with Ctrl+V. Move the playhead to the end of the third scene and paste the audio once again with Ctrl+V. Then repeat the same for the other scenes till the end. We are through with it, so I will download and show you how it looks, but don't go yet, as I will show you where to get the template along with other templates and clickable thumbnails for your channel.
Name an animal that starts with the letter C. Cat, camel, and cheetah. Name a fruit that starts with the letter P. Pineapple, papaya, and peach. Name a city that starts with the letter M. Madrid, Melbourne, and Miami. Name a job that starts with the letter D. Doctor, designer, and dentist. Name a sport that starts with the letter S. Soccer, swimming, and surfing.
If you follow the tutorial step by step, you would have created the template and a quiz video. However, if you want to get the one we created alongside other quiz templates, simply click on the first link in the description below. You will get lifetime access to 35 premium templates to create quiz videos across 28 video series. This includes viral quiz templates like Choose Your Gift, Pick One, Kick One, Find the Odd One Out, Choose One Dish, and many more. We just added 3 new templates that are currently going viral along with their thumbnails. This includes the thumbnail that works with the word association quiz we just created, alongside dozens of other ones that work with the quiz templates. You will have access to video tutorials, ChatGPT prompts, and other bonuses that will help you create quality quiz videos in a short amount of time. So if you want to grow your channel faster, click on the first link in the description or in the pinned comment below to get access now. I did not explain some things in this video that you'll need for a quiz channel, such as creating a good intro and outro, idea research and generation, and many more. That's because I've covered them in this quiz channel masterclass showing up on your screen right now, so click on it to watch it. And if you learn 1 or 2 things from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Digital Scholar. Drop your comment below, and thank you for watching.